Yo, 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 yo. How we doing on sound? Let me check. How are we doing on the sound? Oh, we're perfect. This is perfect. What's going on, Way Concept community? How we doing today, man? Waffles in the chat already. What's popping, Waffles? What's popping, everyone, baby? Guys, this is a new record for the W.A.D.E concept. We have streamed or made a video for 6 out of our 8 days in the last 8. So 6 out of the last days, we put something on YouTube. This is crazy consistency. You'd be crazy not to believe that I'm the most consistent YouTuber on the planet right now. By the way, just before I came on today, just before we got on the live stream, might be a little hyped up because I got the coffee, but I ate an entire sandwich. And we're not talking about one of those run-of-the-mill supermarket freaking Wonder Bread sandwiches with the little white bread that looks like a piece of paper. No, I got one of the long sourdough pieces. You know what I'm saying? Not the hoagie, but pretty much. And threw that thing back in about 3 minutes right before stream started because your boy was hungry. Hadn't eaten too much today, had a lot of caffeine, so you know what I'm saying? I devoured. And now, here we are. Judge me if you want. Whatever. It's 2020. All right? Body shaming is in the past. Food shaming in the past. And I'm full. We're chilling. Okay. So, guys, today's episode is a little different because we have decided, well, you guys decided on Twitter and in the comments and in the live chat yesterday. It was pretty much a resounding, one-way answer, but we did have some people that wanted to watch UFC Raleigh this weekend. We had some people that wanted to watch Bellator this weekend, but at the end of the day, the majority of the W.A.D.E concept community, including myself, I had to give a little bit of tail, and I think you guys could probably see that yesterday. If I had to say, for this weekend, I wanted to watch the Royal Rumble with you guys. One, for the sheer hilarity of it. This is going to be one of the funniest things we're going to watch all year, guys. I promise you that. And I love when it's just completely wacky with you guys and we can just have a great time. Sometimes we need to have a little relaxing time and sit back and kind of just laugh at it. So not like to degrade it. I think wrestling's amazing. I'm a huge wrestling fan, but just how crazy it's going to get Sunday, I don't think you guys are ready for. So we're going to watch the Royal Rumble this Sunday. I'm going to be going live at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so be on the lookout for that. Like I said, it was close. There were some people that wanted to watch it, but the other, I guess, part two of the reason why we're doing the Royal Rumble is because the UFC and Bellator events are coinciding. So to stream both of them at once would be a little tough. I'd probably need a third monitor, which I don't have yet, which is coming soon, hopefully. So I couldn't watch them on one, watch another, and then have my stream, all my stream setup that you guys accidentally saw on our last stream, all that on one screen. So it was just kind of tough to do, so we're just going to move past it. But like I said, a little housekeeping, guys. If this is the first time you're ever seeing me on YouTube, this is the first time you're ever seeing this set, this gorgeous face that you guys, you know what I'm saying, can't get enough of, the silky smooth voice. Is this just your first time ever experiencing the W.A.D.E concept? Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button because I do this now, like I said, 6 out of the last 8 days. We're consistent again, guys. And like I said, we have options. So you're going to be seeing a lot more of me. And like I said, if you like what we're doing, make sure you hit the like, subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notify bell next to all that because I guess that's the only way you guys know when I go live. So with all that housekeeping out of the way, welcome in, everyone. It's going to be a blast Sunday, and let's get right to it. So this is going to be a little bit shorter podcast today. We are just doing predictions for today. And I want to leave you guys with the same thing I left you with last week. What are our wagers for this card? And we're only going to put wagers on a couple things. And the only way we're going to be able to do this, because it's really hard to put a wager on the Royal Rumble match itself, but I think we're going to weight it. Like we're going to put weighted picks down. So this is how it's going to go. We're going to pick every match on the card. Every match on the main card, I should say. Like championship matches and then everything on the main card, because I think they have a prelim card, kind of like the UFC does. They do like a pre-show or whatever it's called, where kind of their dark match wrestlers get involved and they do their wrestling there. But we're going to strictly pick championship matches and main card matches. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So 9 matches, right? 9 matches. Now, 2 of those are the Royal Rumble matches. That's going to be tough for us to pick because There's 30 people going to be entered into these Royal Rumbles. So for us to try to guess who's going to win those matches is going to be damn near impossible. Now, I could cheat and I could say, okay, like Vegas odds are saying so-and-so is going to win or so-and-so is going to return, because the way these Royal Rumble matches work, you don't really know what you're going to get because you have surprise returns. You have shocking new people like introduced to the WWE right then and there. Like AJ Styles, I remember, made his debut on WWE TV in the Royal Rumble, I don't know how many years ago now, but you never know who's going to come out or what's going to happen, which is going to make this even more fun to do. But to be able to pick it correctly, especially when not being, not as informed as probably I should be to be picking, but I know some of the bigger names in wrestling and I've been following it for, a good period of time. So we're going to try to pick it, but this is how we're going to do it. So we have 9 matches, right? 9 matches. That means we're going to have 1 to 9 confidence points. 9 being the highest thing I'm confident in, 1 being the lowest confident point. All that together, I think that would add up to, if I get everything right, 9 matches. So I get a point for the match, and I get however many confidence points on it, right? So I get a point. Nah, let's just do this. If I win, I get a point. Like, so say I get every match right. What is that? 9 plus 8, 17, plus 7 is 24, plus 6 is 30, Jesus. Plus 5 is 35, plus 4 is 39, plus 3 is 42, plus 2 is 44, plus 1, 45. I probably could have done that easier than I just did it, so excuse my 3rd grade level math. 45 points is the max. Let's say I have to get 23. You should have more subscribers and views. Waffles, I appreciate it, man. We'll get there. I'm not too worried about it because I love what I do, man. I genuinely love what I do. Waffle says you should have more subscribers and viewers. Not going to lie. It'll come. And when it does, and you guys get to be a part of it, it won't just be my subscribers. It won't just be my views. It'll be you guys that built this podcast from the ground up. So when it gets here, man, we'll enjoy it. I think this Royal Rumble is going to do wonders for us, man. I know that this thing gets so many views. The wrestling community is a lot bigger than people think. And it's, with AEW and the success they're having, albeit they're very new, so it's kind of tough and they're competing directly with the NXT brand that WWE presents. And you have SmackDown, you have Raw, you have 205 Live, NXT UK, all that stuff. There's a lot of fandom to be had, and this is one of the bigger events of the year, so it's gonna be a fun time. But thank you, Waffles, I appreciate that. So 45 points in total is what I can earn, and that means if I pick every match correctly, with all the confidence points I have, 45 is the total. Let's say I have to at least get 23. I don't even know if that's possible, but 23 points out of the 45, and I'll break this all down on the description on the day, and we'll have like the whole thing. I'll have overlays and stuff, but keep this in your mind. 23 points. That's kind of easy. It's half, but 23. Now let's say 30. I have to get 30 points out of the 45 for me to win predictions. That way, it's not as weighted as if I pick who wins the Royal Rumble. But 30 out of 45 correct. That's our point kind of discrepancy. Now, from there, I always leave it up to you guys. Whatever you want to see, whatever challenges you want me to do, whatever wagers on these predictions you want, I will do, as long as it doesn't physically harm me, get me banned from YouTube, or in some fashion have some sort of dire strain on my physical body to where I wouldn't be able to come on stream with you guys. So I'll leave it up to you. I'll be thinking of my own stuff too, but let me know if you can't tonight, because again, we're probably only going to be on here for about 30 minutes tonight, but if you can't tonight, let me know Saturday. Be thinking though, Waffles, anybody that pops in tonight, be thinking of things that I can do as punishment should I lose our wagers and our predictions. We'll be doing some apple juice consumption as well. We'll do it for like specific things that I'll look it up. I'll look up like wrestling drinking games, and we'll figure it out. So that'll be fun. But no further ado, let's get to predictions. So first match I don't know if it's on the card, but the first match we're going to predict is the Intercontinental Championship match between Shinsuke Nakamura, I know who Shinsuke is, and Braun Strowman. So again, I haven't watched a lick of WWE TV, not only in 2020, but really not even in 2019. Again, I know who the characters are. I follow a little bit of them on social media, so I see some of the highlights, some of the matches. I know Shinsuke is, they used to call him strong style, which would mean he is some sort of fighting base, right? I think Shinsuke even trained in a little bit of, I don't even know what is, shoot wrestling, like actual wrestling when he was coming up in some form of martial arts. And I think that he trained in a little bit of that and even maybe had some contests before he started actually wrestling. So he's legit. But I've seen this Braun Strowman guy, and the way that this WWE stuff works, they are going to push who they see more money in, who they see more fans getting behind, and then obviously who's on a winning streak or losing streak or whatever's going on in the storyline. I think that Braun would be the heel, which would be the bad guy in this situation. I think. I'm not sure about that. I think. And Shinsuke would then, as the champion, be the good guy? I don't know. But I will say Braun comes out of here with a title. I feel like they haven't done a lot with Braun, and they kind of made him a comedy act, and to rebuild that guy, to remake him like another huge monster star, I feel like that would be the move, is to get him a lower level belt, like the Intercontinental title, and have him hold that for a little bit, regain some sort of credibility and some sort of that monster among men, I think that's his nickname, that status, and then let's build him back up into a monster and maybe have him pair again with Bray Wyatt or go on a singles run and maybe try to take out the Seth Rollins band of people they have together right now. So we'll say Braun Strowman comes out of there. And again, guys, all these picks that I'm making, we'll put those on the actual stream Saturday, so you guys know exactly what's going on. Confidence points, let's see. Since I don't know either guy, I don't want to go crazy high with this, just because I know the next match too, and I have to put like complete confidence in it. So we'll do this. I don't know for sure, so I'm going to put this at a 3. 3. Sorry, Wade, got to go. Got an important meeting too. Hey, man, go handle your business, but I'll definitely be here for the Royal Rumble. Appreciate that, Waffles. Hey, go handle your business, man. If it's important, of course, you guys do what you got to do. There's life outside of this YouTube stuff, even, for me as well. Like, this is not the most important thing in the world. Go handle your biz, big dog. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you to the max. Thank you. So, yeah, we're going to go with a 3 on the confidence points here. I think Braun Strowman comes out on top. Not completely sure, so that's why we're going with a 3. Okay, next we have Sheamus versus Shorty G. I had to look this up yesterday because I had no idea who Shorty G was. Then I realized it's a repackaged Chad Gable, who is a legit wrestler. Chad Gable, a former collegiate wrestler, legit has crazy explosiveness. I mean, this guy would have done well in MMA. And a lot of these guys would have, or have before, would have done well in a combat sport, in some sort of athletic venture that is, actually real competition on a professional level. But I have no idea what this Shorty G thing is. But how I know he's going to lose is, one, because they repackaged him as a guy named Shorty G to probably get some cheap heel heat. And guys, for wrestling terms, heat is like to get people to boo you. And because I think Sheamus is coming back after like a long layoff. If I'm not mistaken, I think Sheamus is coming back after a super long layoff. So I think that they're pretty much going to feed Chad. I'm not going to call him Shorty G. I'm just not going to do it. That's Chad Gable. Shorty G is the worst thing I've ever heard. I don't know what Vince's senile ass is doing, but that guy's talent is off the charts. As far as his physical ability, Shorty G is just the worst. So we're gonna go with Sheamus because they're not going to give him a win over Sheamus. Him coming back after being off for however long, I think he was injured. Sheamus is a bigger name. I'm not saying he's like the Roman Reigns or the Seth Rollins or anybody like that, but he's a bigger name. So to act like this Shorty G Chad Gable is going to beat him is crazy. Panic, what's up? What's going on, baby? So we're going to go with Sheamus. I think Sheamus is going to win this. I think he's probably the lock on this card. Like he's probably the one guy on this card that you look at the match and you go, he's for sure winning this. So we're going with Sheamus with 9. There we go, 9 confidence points. That's what I think. Panic, we decided on Twitter and in the live chat yesterday that we will be reacting to the Royal Rumble this Sunday. Partly because I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be entertaining. I'll have a blast doing it. I'll get to react, and I'm sure as we get to the prediction for the Royal Rumble match itself, you guys will understand why I kind of want to do this. It's time. It's just like, for me, it's a reconnection with all the wrestlers I grew up watching, and I have a feeling some of those are going to make surprise entrances into the Royal Rumble. So, but other than that, it was another reason because it was going to be hard to do the simultaneous stream and react to Bellator and the UFC event at the same time, and I do want to watch them both live. I just don't have the setup to be able to react to both of them, and I didn't want to not react to those, then not react to the Royal Rumble. So we picked the Royal Rumble. That's what we're going to be doing. But yes, Sheamus with 9 confidence points. I have Braun Strowman with 3 confidence points. Can you show the screen on WWE? I cannot. I can't show the screen when I react to anything at all, unless I do like a video reaction later on, and then I can do it to like other YouTube videos I can react to. But as far as like live syndicated television, I can never show that screen, because not only is it's against the law, and you can't claim fair use, you can't claim any type of policy that would allow you to be able to do that legally, and also YouTube is just not going to have it. YouTube will I would be banned and my channel would be taken off YouTube before the stream ended. That's how quick. Okay, I just haven't ever watched WWE with you. Hey man, listen, I'm going into this just as blind as you are. I know some of the characters and I know some of the names and stuff, but part of the reason this is going to be fun is because we have no idea. And the way I can describe it to you guys is going to be my genuine reaction, because it's just so I have no knowledge of what's going on. I think it'll be fun for us. All right. So next up we have the United States Championship, and that's Andrade versus Humberto Carrillo. Again, no idea. I know who Andrade is, I think. If he's Andrade, formerly Andrade Cien Almas. I've watched him in NXT when he was down there. I'm assuming he's not there anymore. This looks like a luchador type-esque match. I don't know if either guy is a luchador, but I have a feeling that this is going to be a lot of like a lot of bravado from both guys, a lot of high-flying, acrobatic type stuff. I see Rey Mysterio's name here, so maybe he's involved in this somehow. I know Rey is back wrestling. Okay. I, again, follow some of these superstars on Instagram and on Twitter, just because I like to stay kind of caught up in areas outside of MMA as well. Like I follow NFL players too. I know for a fact that this Andrade guy is dating Charlotte Flair. I know that. For a fact, I know that. Based off of that alone, I think Andrade is going to win, because anytime you're connected, and I know it sounds weird, anytime you're connected with that inner circle at the top of like WWE, I feel like you have a little bit more of an opportunity than some other people. And to be quite honest, I don't even know who Humberto is. That's 100% on me more than it's on him. I'm sure he's great. I'm sure he's doing his thing, and I'm sure when we watch him Sunday, he'll kill it. But we're gonna go with Andrade, and we're gonna go with we'll say 4 confidence points. 4 confidence points on Andrade Cien Almas. Ooh, 4? Let's do 6. 6 confidence points, because I'm looking at some of these other matches, and I have no idea. Okay, next we have Roman Reigns versus King Corbin in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Now, this is interesting, because, again, I love that I get to cover, like, an athletic sport like MMA and football if we ever decide we want to go that route. But these two guys are former football players. I'm pretty sure the King Corbin guy, I think his name's Baron Corbin in the WWE. I think he played professionally as an offensive lineman. And I know Roman Reigns played college and I think professionally overseas as a defensive lineman. So these are big-time athletes. And Roman Reigns is one of the biggest stars in the world as far as the WWE stuff is concerned. He's on Good Morning America. He's on cereal boxes. Like, if I say the name Roman Reigns and you never watched wrestling, you probably still at least know somewhat of what I'm talking about. He's a pretty big star. So I know he just overcame cancer too, which is insane. Like, that's amazing in its own right. So props to him for sure. But okay, a Falls Count Anywhere match, meaning the pin doesn't have to occur in the ring. So this is probably going to be some sort of, backyard street brawl type thing where they go into the crowd, or they find their way backstage and then they end up back in the ring, and then they're outside of the ring and they're using tables and all that stuff. So I think from the last time I watched this, I know that King Corbin guy they're trying to make him a heel. They're trying to make him like a big heel. Panic says he thinks Roman Reigns is going to win. I'm with you. I think Roman Reigns wins, and I'm pretty confident in it, to be honest with you. I think we go 7 confidence points on this. I have to get rid of the big confidence points early. If I don't get rid of the bigger confidence points like early on, I'm gonna completely lose it when it comes time to actually like pick a big time matchup, because I have no idea for the Royal Rumble, none of that stuff. But yeah, we're gonna go with Roman Reigns. I think he wins it by I was gonna say like TKO or submission. He wins with 7 confidence points. So we have 7 on that one. We have 6 on the Andre Cien Almas. We have 9 on Sheamus. Then we have 3 on Braun Strowman. So what is that? 6, 7, 16, 22, 25 so far. So even if I get all those, even if I win all those right there, even if I win every single pick, I don't think the WWE is going to make Roman lose. Probably not. I mean, the guy is a huge star. You would, and to be honest, I don't know who I know who Baron Corbin is, but I don't think he's done anything that's like star worthy. Like Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock, we're out here losing to like developmental talent, and not saying that Baron Corbin is, but they weren't out here losing to even guys like Triple H all the time. Like they were usually the guys winning. So that's probably the worst comparison I could have made, but you know what I'm saying. So right, like I was saying, I've only say I get all those matches right because of this confidence points system thing, which we might start doing with the MMA things. I think that would be, I think that would be fun too. Because I've put confidence points on all these, I only have 25 points. For me to win these wagers, I've put that upon myself to get 30 points. So I'd still have to win at least one more match. Okay. SmackDown Women's Championship. Bayley versus Lacey Evans. I don't know who Lacey Evans is. I know who Bayley is because I know who Becky Lynch is and because I know who Charlotte is. These are what they're calling the 4 horse women. I think Sasha Banks is the other one. 4 horse women of WWE. And they were around when I was still sort of watching a little bit. What's up, Sean? How you doing, man? Good to see you in the chat, big dog. Thank you. We're chilling. I think we're hanging out. We're doing some predictions for the Royal Rumble. We are going to be live stream reacting to the Royal Rumble this week. No MMA this week. We're taking a little break. And not really because we want to necessarily, but just because it's going to be a little difficult to stream both the Bellator and UFC events, and I do want to watch both of those so that we can break it down. Peeps for life. Of course, baby. Of course. Always peeps. But because I want to watch both of them and give you guys a recap on Monday, it's probably better that I watch them on my free time and we do this because I don't have to recap the Royal Rumble for you guys. But yes, I know who Bayley is. She is the Women's SmackDown champion right now. Don't know who Lacey Evans is. I guess she is going to be working as the face or the baby face or the good guy. And I didn't know. I thought Bayley was like a good, like super fun Bayley. But I guess she's the bad guy in this. So, again, I just don't know who Lacey Evans is. So I think we're gonna go with Bayley. Look, I'm picking probably the most noobish and completely just disrespectfully I can. But it's not meant as disrespect. I just don't know who these people are. And it's because I don't watch the product as much as I probably should. But I know who Bayley is. She's holding the strap. I think she keeps the strap. We're going Bayley. I'm not super confident in this, but as I look toward the rest of the card, I'm not super confident in the rest of it either, so we'll go with I think I only have 8 left. 8, 5, 4, 2, 1, yeah. Okay, so, shit, I kind of put myself in a corner here. Screw it. We're going to go with 8 confidence points on the Bayley versus Lacey Evans match. So, there you go. If that one screws me, I'm going to be super pissed. Okay. Next up, we have the Raw Women's Championship, and that's Becky Lynch, who I do know, versus Asuka, who I actually do know who Asuka is. From what I remember, Asuka was like a beast as far as like kayfabe. Kayfabe is like the protected kind of behind-the-scenes way that you're supposed to view the characters. And as far as kayfabe goes, the way fans are supposed to see them, what I remember is Asuka was like, I don't know if she was like undefeated or she was a dominant force in NXT. And I don't know if since she's gotten to the main, if she is on the main roster, if she's booked the same way. But last year, Becky Lynch had one of the greatest runs in not even women's, just wrestling history, the way she just came up out of nowhere, was having a match against Ronda Rousey, who again ties to MMA. Like, the stuff goes hand in hand. Had a match against Ronda Rousey and beat her at Wrestlemania. That's how much of a star they see in Becky Lynch, that they put her over Ronda at Wrestlemania. Now, not directly, there was another person involved in that match, but to say that Becky Lynch went over one of the biggest stars in combat sports and entertainment for the last decade in Ronda Rousey, you have to admit that she is a huge mega star. And for that reason, I don't know how this is going to go. Asuka, to the WWE crowd, is a super big star. She's really great to watch. I've watched a couple of her matches. But, if I pick Bayley, Andrade, I do have Braun Strowman in a change in the hand on the title. I think this is what we're going to do. I think I'm going to pick Becky Lynch. I'm going to pick her with 5 confidence points. And we are going to go to the next one. I just don't know. This is where it gets hard, is because I honestly don't know. I know Becky is a mega star, or she was last year and the year before that, so it's tough. Now, I know the next match is very interesting. Very interesting, because a lot of people that I talk to, including my boy Jake, who is in chat, or he's one of my moderators in chat, I should say, he likes both of these guys. And both these guys are, again, mega stars. So you have the Universal Championship match between The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, and Daniel Bryan. Now, Bray Wyatt is, I would call him an enigma of the WWE. I think this guy is one of the most creative superstars, wrestlers, characters that the company has right now. I think the way he can reinvent himself and capture the attention and the imagination of audiences, regardless of if he is wrestling or if he's doing like a backstage promo, this is how I know that this guy's entertaining. I remember Bray Wyatt as a guy that the UFC, the WWE ruined by having him lose to guys like John Cena when there was a big opportunity for him to get over that hump, and then lose to The Undertaker where there was a big opportunity to put over, again, a younger guy, younger talent that had all the makings of a superstar. And it looked like he had just gotten buried, and every match you wanted him to win, and as soon as he got momentum, he just lost it. So I remember that. Then about 7 months ago, I'm just, on Twitter or whatever, and I see this character, The Fiend. And immediately I knew who it was, one, because of the way the guy looked, but two, there was a conjunction package of him doing this like nice guy, creepy nice guy, like Mr. Rogers if he was super creaky, if he was super creepy and demonic and a psycho. And then on the other hand, you had him as an actual psycho with a mask on. He was carrying a lantern of his own face. Like, the guy is creative, and he goes to like these odd places that WWE as a PG product doesn't necessarily want to go all the time. So I love the character. I love the guy Bray Wyatt, but he's fighting Daniel Bryan, or he's wrestling Daniel Bryan, and this is called a strap match. No idea what that means. Strap match. I'm not going to begin to act like I know what that is, but Daniel Bryan is another guy. He was one of the most popular superstars in WWE. Had a big, long layoff because of concussion stuff. And these guys, they do put their bodies through some crazy, crazy stuff, man. It's crazy stuff. I just hit my mic. Insane the way they traveled like 300 days out of the year. They're gone, away from home. They're taking these bumps. They're hitting the canvas. They're getting tossed around everywhere, thrown out of the ring. So, for him to come back after all that is amazing in its own right. But to make a prediction, The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, I don't know how long he's had the belt. I say screw it. I say we go with Daniel Bryan, 4 confidence points. And I think he pulls the upset off. I do. I really think that he pulls this off. So I think it would be good for them to play a little bit of hot potato with that belt and make The Fiend kind of go really heel, because I think they kind of have him as more of a mysterious kind of creepy character. But if they make him go full heel and maybe do like bring the Wyatt family back together or recruit somebody else into the Wyatt family, I think that'd be really cool. So we're going to go with The Fiend. Or no, we're not. We're going to go with Daniel Bryan to beat The Fiend with 4 confidence points. So to recap, before we do our last picks and we get out of here, I have Braun Strowman, 3 confidence points. I have Sheamus with 9 confidence points. That's 12. I have Andrade with 6 confidence points. That is 18. I have Roman Reigns with, what did I say with Roman Reigns? 7 confidence points. That is 25. I have Bayley with 8 confidence points, which I don't know how I got to that conclusion, but here we are. That is 32 points. No, 8 would be 33 points. I can't do math. I have Becky Lynch with 5 confidence points. That is 38. Yes. And I have Daniel Bryan with 4 confidence points. That's 42. How did I not get to 45? Oh, duh. There's 2 more matches. Jesus. Hey, guys. I really thought I honestly, for a good little bit when I was growing up, I was a beast at math. I was a beast at math. Sometimes when you don't, it's just like when you don't use that specific skill. Like if you play guitar and you're really good at playing guitar and you take 10 years off of playing guitar, not going to be so good at playing guitar. That's all I'm saying. Guitar in this situation, math problem. Simple, 3rd grade, 1st grade math problem. Can't do it. Anyway, we have the Women's Royal Rumble match. I guess that's like the co-main event. If we were looking at it as an MMA card, this would be like the co-main event. 30 people are going to be involved in this match. And the hard part is there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. I know SmackDown is on tonight, so that's one of the brands that's going to be on this. I know they're actually about to go live in like an hour. So there's probably going to be some more people announced for this match. But for 30 people to be involved in this match, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people announced, how in the hell am I supposed to make a pick on this? How? That means I don't know who 24 of the people are that are going to be in this match, and I'm supposed to predict it. And this is without reading Vegas lines, which I could very well do, and without watching the product, which I probably should have done. But here we are. So, whatever. All right. So, I'm assuming this, and I don't know that this is the case, but I'm assuming that Becky Lynch and Asuka and Bayley Lacey Evans, those 4 women will not be in the match because they already have matches on the card. But I see that a lot of the men that already have matches on the card will be in it. So maybe not. I would say, I mean, just shooting, just shooting blind here. Charlotte Flair's in the match. And I feel like her and Becky always works. The last 2 winners were Asuka and Becky. Maybe, I don't even know if is Sasha Banks still on TV right now? Is she even in the WWE? Because what I'm not going to do is pick Sasha if she's not even wrestling. So I guess I'm not going to know the answer to that question. So I guess we're not doing that. You know what? No, hold on. Watch it. I don't even know if she is still in WWE or not, or if she's hurt or what's going on with her. Okay. I think this is what we're going to do. We're going to piss in the wind here. I'm going with Sasha Banks. And this is the reasoning why. It's not because I have some inside information. It's not because I am super tuned into the wrestling game. It's none of that. Charlotte's in the match. Oh, Jake says Shayna Baszler. She's winning it. Okay. Oh, is she in the match? Okay, so she's in the match. Shayna Baszler, guys, I know Shayna Baszler as being one of Ronda Rousey's good friends, and she apparently is a monster when it comes to women's wrestling, and especially I think in NXT is when I last saw her. She could be on the main roster. I don't know. But I'm going with Sasha. I can't speak either. I'm going with Sasha Banks. She isn't announced, so this is kind of, again, pissing in the wind, kind of shooting blind here, but the good thing is I'm only going to put 2 confidence points on it because I have no clue. I feel like, this is my reasoning, I feel like Charlotte Flair is in the match, announced. If Becky and Bayley were to then enter the match, I don't think with them already having a match on the card, and if our predictions are correct, Bayley and Becky retain their titles, and then they win the match itself, so they not only keep their titles, but they leave Royal Rumble as the champion, so there's no one to set up for a championship match. Doesn't make sense. Charlotte does make a little sense, and as Jake's saying in chat, Shayna Baszler probably makes a lot of sense too. Now, I think Shayna holds a strap in NXT. I don't know if that's true. And I know NXT's having a match, like their own little pay-per-view. I don't want to say little because NXT's blowing up right now. They're having their own kind of takeover pay-per-view Saturday. So I think probably we'll learn more about it then. But like I said, we're making picks now. So Sasha Banks is my pick. I don't know if she's even going to enter. I don't know what number. Oh, okay. So Shayna Baszler just dropped her strap a couple weeks ago. So makes sense. They tend to make the champion drop that belt as they're going to move to the main roster. As Jake's saying in chat, that could make a lot of sense. Her first kind of big feud on the main roster could be a championship bout between her and Becky Lynch or Bayley, and the way to do that is to have her win the Royal Rumble. But I don't know. Something's telling me Sasha Banks. I'm sticking with it. So, yeah, there it is. Okay, two confidence points, which leaves our last match of the night. And this is going to be one confidence point for me because it's the one that it's a toss-up. The WWE is known for knowing they have hardcore fans, knowing what Vegas lines are, and swerving everyone, right? To show us that, this guy's going to win it. He's doing all the build-up. He's doing all the stuff on Raw and SmackDown. He's the guy that has every logical reason to win it. And then they give us Randy Orton, which, by the way, I've been told in the last week and a half, this is completely off subject, but on the gaming channel that I host for, I've been told for the last week and a half that I look like Randy Orton. And I don't know why, because I don't feel like I look like Randy Orton. You guys can tell me in chat, but I do not feel like I look like Randy Orton at all. But it's all I keep getting is that I look like Randy Orton. Every comment on my video. Yo, you look like Randy Orton. Yo, you look like Randy Orton. I don't get it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll accept it. Randy Orton's not a bad-looking dude, but I mean, I don't know. I was thinking more Brad Pitt, but okay. Not like now Brad Pitt, but like mid-90s Brad Pitt. Anyway. So that's what they'll do is they'll give us these or like a Roman Reigns will pop up and win it out of nowhere, or it usually isn't the person or the people you think are going to win the Royal Rumble usually do not. They like to pull that little last minute swerve and have people that are unexpected, but at the same time you probably didn't want to win. They usually have them win. So this is another complete toss-up for me. But let's go through the confirmed entrants. So you have Brock Lesnar, who enters at number 1. Okay. I mean, it's Brock freaking Lesnar. Again, another crossover to the MMA world, former UFC heavyweight champion of the world. The guy is a walking money machine for the WWE. Volume up a little bit, Wade. Appreciate you, devil. Appreciate that. How's that? How is that? Appreciate it. So I mean, Lesnar at number 1 is interesting for sure. Appreciate it, devil. I don't think that they would have Lesnar. I mean, shit, who knows? I've seen them feed guys to Brock Lesnar. I saw them feed John Cena to Brock Lesnar, who is John Cena, Mr. Untouchable, and they just straight fed him to Brock Lesnar. So I don't know that he would go through all 29 guys and just walk out of there with the strap and the win at the Royal Rumble. They could very well do it. I know that they see Brock as the cash cow. They see him as the biggest draw in the WWE, which is crazy because he's like, again, I don't know this, but I don't think he's around all that much. I don't think he's really like there defending that title on like a Monday night. I don't think he's doing that. Okay, but anyway, you have Brock coming in at number 1. You have Roman Reigns, King Corbin, so they're going to be in even though they have a match. Dolph Ziggler, Eric Rowan, Jesus Christ, Eric Rowan's still in the WWE. AJ Styles, my doppelganger, Randy Orton apparently. Elias is funny. From what I remember, Elias is a funny dude. Rey Mysterio, Ricochet, Drew McIntyre, Otis. Not sure who Otis is. It's a weird just one-name guy, just Otis. Tucker. Again, do WWE superstars just name themselves random-ass names now? Like, we have Otis, Tucker, where is, like, Josh? Or, like, Steve? Like, not Stone Cold Steve Austin. There's just names, like Tucker. Like, can I get a Chad? Is there a Chad that's going to be in the Royal Rumble? But, okay, so Tucker. Rusev, I like Rusev. I'm a big Rusev fan. Bobby Lashley, Aleister Black. I know a lot of people like Aleister Black. Buddy Murphy, Braun Strowman, Shinsuke Nakamura, they have a match earlier. Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, a lot of people like Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, another legit guy, he's an actual tough dude. Like I'm not screwing with Samoa Joe at all. I don't want any smoke with that guy. Like IRL, he'll mess you up. I don't care how many wrestling matches and how many chops he takes, and those things hurt too, but Samoa Joe will mess somebody up. Kofi Kingston and Big E. I like Big E a lot too. Damn, this could go a lot of different ways, man. This could go a lot of different ways. Okay. So that's not 30. That's more like 1, 2, 3. That's more like 15 or so people. So half the field's not even announced. So again, we're kind of going in blind here, but I don't think that Ray wins it. I don't think Randy will win it again. Didn't he just recently win it? So I don't think he's going to win it again. King Corbin, probably not after losing to Roman, which I think is going to happen. Roman could win it. Roman Reigns could win it. And they haven't put correct me if I'm wrong, anybody that's watched wrestling. I don't think they put a title on Roman in a long time. I don't think he's held like the U.S. title. I don't think he's held the Universal or the whatever's the other, the WWE title, I guess, is the other one. I don't think he's held either of those titles recently, so they could be looking to find a way back for Roman Reigns to get to the top again. So that could be a pick. I don't want to pick Roman, though. I like Roman. I think Roman is, especially from that run from 2016 to 2018 when I was still somewhat involved with wrestling, that dude was so overly scrutinized every single time he was on TV. And for a guy to just get booed out of the stadium over and over and over in major cards, I mean, you can't fault him for continuing to just put it on his back and move forward. I like Roman, but I would not want to see him win this one. Not yet. Give it like another 6 months. Turn him heel. I know I'm probably speaking to the choir here, but turn him heel. Make him just break mentally and then just go after dudes, become a badass, and just like, it'll probably never happen, but I'm going with Big E. I know. I don't know why. I just saw his name. It's the last one there. I've long thought Big E is underutilized with the New Day. He's almost like I loved him as a group, but he's almost like third wheel. I mean, Kofi just won the WWE title. What's the other guy? Xavier Woods has one of the biggest YouTube channels on the platform for video gaming, and Big E is there and he's doing his own thing, and I'm sure he's well compensated for it. But individually, he might be the most talented wrestler out of all three of those guys. I mean, the guy's doing. I saw him in some match. This was probably like a year ago. Jump through the middle of the ropes and do suicide dives. He has to be 300 plus bills. He has to be, and for him to be jumping through the ropes. First off, that's incredible in its own right. Whoever's catching him outside of the ropes or putting their body in the way so he doesn't fly into the crowd, more power to you, because good Lord, that's a damn freight train. That's an 18-wheeler flying at you. He's super strong. He's athletic. I think that it would be a cool thing for WWE to give Big E a shot at a title, because I could see him as a legit champion. I don't know if that'll ever be the case, and I could be just, again, picking against my own thing here. But we're going with Big E. 1 confidence point, so it's not going to hurt me. But I would say if I had like a second choice, it would probably be maybe Kevin Owens. Maybe. But who? You got to think who, because what is going to happen is they're probably either going to go after Brock or Bray. Who eliminates Brock? That's a good question. Ooh, that's how we need to do wagers. That's how we need to do like drinking games and stuff for Sunday. Who eliminates who? Who eliminates Brock? Okay. Great question, Jake. I think Brock doesn't get MMA KO. Hey, Wade, use a reaction and a compilation of reactions to the Conor McGregor and Cerrone knockout. Everything will be timestamped and linked. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, as long as you link it to the channel and timestamp it, I'm all good with it. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. You know what I got to start doing? And that reminds me of it. MMA KO, man. Hit me with that sub, man. Hit me with that like. We'll link up. We'll do some collab something. That's anybody that wants to come in, by the way, and I'll get this out of the way now. If you guys want to use my stuff, if you guys want to use my reactions, my podcast stuff, I get it. Just do it the way that MMA KO just did it. Come in, say, hey, man, I'm going to link you. I'm going to show, love and make sure they come to the channel and timestamp whatever it is that they need to go and watch. I'm fine with it. Well, on my part, I need to start making overlays so that the people that don't do that, and I'm not saying it's you, MMA KO, because you did it the right way. My man, appreciate that. People that don't do that, and it's happened before. It's happened when I watched Francis Ngannou put Alistair Overeem on the moon. People that don't do that, you're fucking bitches. Straight up. I'm sorry that, excuse my language, but you guys are. I can't stand that. I never do that to anybody else. That's BS. But my man, MMA KO, thank you so much, brother. Back to it. Jake said, who eliminates Brock? I think it's a combination of people. I think that Brock is such a big star, you can't have one guy eliminate him. I mean, but at the same time, if you wanted to build a storyline going into WrestleMania, you'd have like somewhere, if it's me saying Big E is going to be the guy, and I would love to see Big E versus Brock at WrestleMania, and we might even do a reaction for that. If it's Brock, MMA, thank you for that sub, big dog. Thank you so much. I'll even send anyone who comments about it to your channel. Even have your channel name layered on the video. My freaking guy. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate that. Hey, guys, by the way, the love goes both ways. So if you guys are looking for great MMA content, I'm sure my man MMA KO's got it on his channel. So if you're free one day, if you're bored and W.A.D.E Concept isn't putting up anything that day, go check him out, man. Give him a sub, give him a like. We got to stick together in this YouTube world, man. Us smaller creators. I'm the smallest of them, so any love I support, man. Thank you. So yeah, if you're gonna set something up with Big E and Brock Lesnar, I think it's got to be done in the Royal Rumble. And now that Jake brought it up, it makes me think, okay, well, how will they do that? Maybe it's like a combination of things where they do the whole everybody's on the mat, right? Everybody's cleared out, and Big E runs out. He's number whatever, 19 or 20, and he runs out, and it's just him and Brock, and they do the whole size up deal, right? They all stand up next to each other. They do the strutting and whatever, and then everybody attacks both of them, separates them. Somehow Big E gets his hands on Brock, maybe from behind, maybe by surprise, and dumps him over. Or it's a combination of everybody's trying to dump Brock, everybody's trying to get him, and then Big E is the guy that kind of tips the weight in the scale of everybody versus Brock. And then you set up that kind of, Big E eliminated Brock. Maybe that's something to think about. Although I don't know, man. I don't think the WWE is going to have the guy that wins the Rumble eliminate Brock. I think they'll still have the moment. I think they'll still have the Big E and Brock size each other up, and that's like a little Easter egg to say, haha, fans, look at this, because you're going to see it again in a couple of months. But, I mean, I literally saw Brock Lesnar punch Braun Strowman in the head a couple of years back for working stiff with him, so don't think that's going to be it. Maybe it could be like Samoa Joe, or a combination of Samoa Joe, Kevin Owens, or maybe they use that newfound Seth Rollins AOP kind of thing that's going on there. I don't know. That's a good question, but we should do like a wagers on who's eliminating who. But I do think Big E walks out of there the winner of the Royal Rumble and the ipso facto challenger to either Bray Wyatt or Brock Lesnar. Shogun, yo, what's up, baby? How you doing, big dog? What about Kane? That's right. What about Cain Velasquez? Jesus, I forgot. Cain Velasquez is probably going to show up in the Royal Rumble. Another great point by Jake, man. Jake is our resident WWE expert, guys. Any WWE questions? My boy Jacob Pointer in chat, the mod, the man, the myth, the legend. He's the guy to go to, because I didn't even realize that Cain Velasquez, again, another tight MMA, former, maybe one of the best, if not the best heavyweight champion the UFC's ever had, while he was still healthy. Of course. Appreciate that. As you say that, my audio starts going crazy. Let's do this. That's crazy. Thank you for the support, the shout out. One of the top 20 best produced live shows, clean audio, nice setup. Thank you so much, man. I do appreciate it. Built this all myself, by the way. I'm pretty proud of it, if you can't tell. So yeah, if Cain Velasquez shows up, how does that work? I mean, that would be, if you want somebody legit, there's no more legit than the guy that actually took Brock's title away in an actual fight. It's Cain Velasquez. Please, Lord, do not have him come out in spandex tights. I don't want to see that. Bring him out just like you bring Brock out in the MMA shorts. I don't care too much about the gloves. Maybe have his wrists wrapped. I'm fine with that. But do not send Kane out there with spandex tight, shiny white trunks or shiny black trunks. And we all know that Kane's not the most, well-built as far as like physically imposing the way he looks. You know what I'm saying? With a little bit of the stuff, the baloney, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, it's what it looks like. Do not have him come out there in spandex and boots up to his knees. I don't need Hook or Cain Velasquez. I need a badass that's going to eliminate Brock Lesnar. That's what I need. So, that's a good point, though. Jake makes a good point. It could be Kane that tossed him over the top rope. I mean, who else would they really try to get over with this match? Okay, so let's count how many people are actually confirmed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, so we do have a lot confirmed. 24 people. So Kane, if Kane's a surprise entrant, that's 25. There's 5 more people. 5. Some people have said Edge could be coming into this match. Some people have said CM Punk might be there. If CM Punk comes into the match, he's winning it. He's winning it. They would not pay him a shit ton of money to come back and lose. I know he's doing the WWE backstage thing. I've heard a couple of his things. I think they'd be better suited to go with him against Seth Rollins for like a WrestleMania title picture thing, because I think in real life they have bad blood, so maybe Seth wins it. And then CM Punk comes back, and I don't know how that would work. But Jake makes a good point about Cain Velasquez. I'm still going with Big E, though. I think even if Kane eliminates Brock, I still think Big E is that guy that could possibly have a breakout year like Kofi did last year for this year. I think it'd be good for him to get a belt. Proper 12 Irish whiskey. Woo! We got the little guy. We got the 750 milliliter, and we have the 1.5 liter. Proper 12. Get you a bottle. One of the best promos that Connor's ever cut. He just yells proper 12 Irish whiskey. But yeah, that's what we're going with, guys, I think. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go with the 1.7. That's right, the 1.75. Don't get it misconstrued. $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Do you think Ted DiBiase is going to come back and be in the Royal Rumble? Isn't that guy like, is he alive? I don't know. I think he's still alive. His son wrestled for a little bit, right? If I'm not mistaken. All right. So, really quick, this is for people that came in a little later. We're doing predictions for the Royal Rumble, but because it's damn near impossible to pick the actual Royal Rumble and pick it correctly, we have to do like what's weighted predictions. So we're doing a 1 to 9 predictions confidence point scale. Yeah, I think he's still alive, right? You don't want him in the match though. As much as he's an old school classic, you don't want him. How is Shogun not modded? Okay, Devil, I know. Shogun's time is coming. Trust me, guys. He's never asked for mod, and I don't think he ever will. Shogun is definitely an OG. Shogun's, I think, even been here before guys like Devil, but his time is coming. Do not fret. If you're in the W.A.D.E Concept community chat, do not fret. His time is coming. And I think he knows that. I think he knows that, he's never asked for mod, never been one of those people to complain about it or get jealous or whatever, and he never will be. Mods for everyone. Exactly. That's kind of why I don't want to do like just boom, boom, boom. But I have my eye on a couple of individuals that are right in the wheelhouse or on deck circle, and they've been hitting it out of the park for 2 years, 3 years now. So, yes, Shogun's time's coming. Damn, Devil's just calling me out on him. Said I've seen a couple of generations of wrestlers. Shogun, you might have to be in chat with us on Sunday then, baby, because I'm not gonna know what the hell's going on. Oh yeah, Shogun yesterday didn't even know what the word mod was, so I had to explain to him what a moderator in my chat does, which is kind of again what he already does, but his time will come. Do not fret anybody out there. If you're coming in, bringing the good vibes, doing the things you need to do in my chat, your time will come. Okay. DC will enter at 30. Yo, if Daniel Cormier somehow, which I don't think is going to happen, but my God, Kyle, if you're right. By the way, shout out Kyle, my man. pots and pans. If DC comes into the Royal Rumble at 30, you want to talk about the Conor McGregor reaction? I will lose my mind. I will lose my mind because he makes a great point. DC is a huge wrestling fan, has been for a long, long time. Pretty decent friends with Seth Rollins. Really good friends with Cain Velasquez. Kyle says DC will enter at 30, throw Kane over, then jumps over the top rope, giving Brock the victory in a shocking turn of events. Can we get Kyle a job writing for the WWE? Can we? Right now? Because that is genius. I'm going to say it again. That is genius. Shogun said the same thing. DC comes out and attacks Kane. Maybe I'm just not in the wrestling know, but I love that. I mean, it's simple. It makes the biggest swerve while also being able to explain it as DC going, you know what, Kane? I lived in your shadow for years. I went down to 205 because you were the heavyweight guy, but at the same time, I knew I could have beat you. I knew I could have beat you then, and I know I can beat you. Like, it's perfect. It's perfect. If that happens, I swear to God, if that happens, somebody better be coming with the residuals for the W.A.D.E concept community. The set needs an update. Your boy needs a new camera. I got mods to hand out at some point. You know what I'm saying? Somebody better be coming with the residuals. WWE, you've been warned. I'm calling my lawyers tonight. We're getting it laminated. We're getting it notarized. 100%. But yeah, that would be sick. That'd be fucking crazy. Ronda wins the women's match too. Yeah, I don't. That's the thing is Dana and Vince have had a working relationship with Brock for a little bit, but with Stipe fight on the horizon, I don't think so. It would be crazy. I'd love it, but I think Dana would never let that happen. Kelsey needs some new jewelry. She's not up here, but she would agree. 100% she would agree, even though I got her a necklace. Well, I guess it has been a while. So don't say that when she's in chat. Kyle says Ronda wins the women's match too. That is true. Ronda's been off for a little bit, I think. I don't think I've heard anything about her wrestling recently. So she could definitely pop in and win that women's match and say Becky wins like we said. Ronda comes back like, a fireball, like head full of fire and says, you know what, Becky, you took my championship at WrestleMania. I want my rematch. That could definitely happen. Yeah, I know Valentine's Day coming up, man. I had to make sure that I was on top of everything today with Valentine's stuff. So appreciate the heads up though, Devil. But yeah, I don't think Dana would let it happen, but it'd be hilarious if it wouldn't be hilarious. It'd be gold if DC came back and then Ronda came back. That's the type of stuff that the WWE is missing, man. And from what and this is, again, I'm not in the know, but I do listen to another podcast that talks about a lot of WWE stuff from time to time. And the stuff you hear about how far and how much they are losing viewership by the week, not by the year, by the week. They could use some stuff like that. They could, and the Kane thing is probably a lock, like what Jake said earlier. He's probably coming back. Like he's probably going to be there. That's big. A lot of the wrestling fans don't know who Kane is. If he is to throw Brock over, people look up who's Cain Velasquez. They see he's this absolute badass. But again, do not put him in spandex. DC can talk to Dana and talk Dana into it. He's DC. Maybe, but look at it this way, Kyle. If DC, God forbid, and knock on wood, styrofoam, everything, if he is to go in there and wrestle in the Royal Rumble, I know you could protect him and he could, do things in conjunction, but God forbid he tears something or gets hurt in some way. Dana White will never forgive himself for not allowing that Stipe and DC third fight to happen. If there's a way to make that fight happen, he is going to try to wrap both of them in bubble wrap to get it there. Because that fight, as much as I'd love to see the John Jones DC trilogy at heavyweight, that fight is a big, big fight. Big, big fight. So, I don't know how conceivable it is, but I love the idea, man. I love that. I mean, again, wasn't even thinking about it. This is why, you know what I'm saying? I'm the on-camera stuff. Like, I can do the talking sometimes, somewhat. I'm average at the talking, but the idea stuff and that creative ability to think of storylines, you guys are killers, man. Love that shit. But yeah, so those are our picks. We'll go through it one more time. Braun Strowman versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Braun Strowman, 3 confidence points. Sheamus versus Shorty G, 9 confidence points. I cannot stand that name for Chad Gable. Andre Cien Almas, as I know him, versus Humberto. I'm not even going to try to say your last name yet because I'm going to butcher it again. Fuck it. Carlio, whatever. That one has 6 confidence points, excuse me. Roman Reigns, King Corbin, 7 confidence points on Roman. Women's Championship match, Bayley versus Lacey Evans. Shit. I forgot my confidence points scaler, guys. I think 4. No. 3. 3 confidence points. Becky Lynch. I'll go back and watch this podcast after to make sure I have it correct. Becky Lynch. I think I said 3 on Becky Lynch. Whatever. I know, Devil. I can't pronounce anything. You get it. Daniel Bryan upsets Bray Wyatt, in my opinion. And then I had Sasha Banks winning the Women's Royal Rumble, even though she's not even confirmed for the match. That could be a complete wash. And then I have Big E winning the Men's Royal Rumble. I'll go back and make sure I have the confidence points right, and we'll have them like right there on screen next for Sunday. Okay, Kyle says, I think Corbin gets the win, and it could set up Roman Reigns for a Rumble victory. Oh, I would hate that. Oh, I'd hate it. Not only would I hate it because Corbin would win, I mean, I don't necessarily know, like, I don't watch a lot to know if Corbin's, like, on that level of Roman. But, man, I just don't want to see Roman win right now. And, again, it's not like I don't like Roman as a wrestler or a guy. I think he's a great guy. How can you not look at him and say that's a role model to have? But two, just let me get like somebody new in a WrestleMania main event. You're telling me last year when Kofi beat Daniel Bryan and they took the thing off and he had the old WWE title, you can't tell me that wasn't insane to watch. That was so cool. That was like a once in a generation moment. And I think Big E could do the same thing. I think he's one of the same. You could almost tell the same story. Big E being held down, being overlooked, and all this. I don't know. I think that'd be the way to go. Because Roman winning again, I get it. You know, he overcomes cancer, and he actually did. Oh, yeah, we're not even talking about John Cena. Is John Cena coming back for this? I'm not saying he would win it. There is that thing where John Cena has, I think he's got like one more title win to pass Ric Flair for the all-time title record. So that would be something to look at. I don't know. It's a good question. Is John Cena coming back? I have no idea. I'd like to see John Cena back. I think a lot of people would, as much as people shit on him for 10 plus years. I think a lot of people would be delighted to see a John Cena back. That's right. You can't see it. The man, the myth, the legend. Devil says, you live in Cali. You should be able to pronounce it by now. I'm getting better with my Spanish, like the rolls of the R's, but it's just some of them. I don't know if it's like with 2 L's. Do you say like me amo? Is me amo, like my name? It's not like me lamo, right? That's going to sound so bad. But I know that in some conjunction, 2 L's makes a ya sound, right? Not like a ya-yi sound, but like a ya sound. Versus 1 L wouldn't make that sound. I'm Cajun and damn near fluent. Damn it. I got to get more cultured, guys. I do. I want to learn a new language. I want to learn Spanish is easy. I say that, but I've never learned it. Spanish would be easier, but I don't know. I want to learn something. I need to learn something. New playlist. Wade learns different language on the Wade Concept podcast. You guys would be asleep. You would listen to this as you go to sleep. That's how boring it would be. Kyle says maybe sets up Cena Brock. If they try to set up Cena Brock, I'd be interested. I think regardless, we're going to probably stream WrestleMania because we're doing this one. But I think it'd be interesting. I think it would be more interesting if they did the Cain Velasquez DC Brock storyline versus a Cena Brock storyline. I think the interesting matchup for Cena would be if he came back and took on like a familiar foe like Randy Orton. Not for a strap, I don't think. You don't do the strap right there at WrestleMania, but I think a classic tale of Randy Orton versus John Cena one last time type thing. I know they did the one last time with the Rock and Cena, but I don't know. It'd be cool. Kyle Snyder versus Brock Lesnar would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. That would be. But the thing is, when Brock wrestles, he doesn't really wrestle anymore, which I like. I don't think he should be doing like suplexes where he's holding them up in the air and he's doing arm drags and like headlock takeovers. But he's doing like a lot of this, the German suplexes and stuff like that, which I like. But I would like to see him do like some more stuff, like actual like punches. I know he does the running knees sometimes, but do like some, maybe even some amateur wrestling, grabs a single, picks up, hoist up, spine buster type things that look, I don't want to say more legit, but they look like more like what Brock would do in a fight versus just German over and over. I think that'd be cool. Have him do like a nasty ass spine buster on somebody. Bobby Lashley is an actual specimen. Oh yeah, Jake said, okay. Jake said, I'm going with Drew McIntyre for the W, but that's just what I want to happen. I've seen Drew McIntyre. You want to talk about specimens with Bobby Lashley? Drew McIntyre is a specimen too. That dude is huge, jacked. Kyle Snyder in both would be a top guy, 100%. He's one of those guys like, what's the guy that I thought was a not even halfway decent, a really good MMA fighter. He's in NXT right now. He wears no shoes. I can't think of his name right now, but he wears no shoes. He's the same type of thing. He's the same type of crossover dude right there as a Kyle Snyder would be. So why can't I think of his name? You guys know who I'm talking about. He has the long hair. Someone will say it in chat, I'm sure. But some of these guys have that same ability to be crossover stars. Like Kane even has that ability. Matt Riddle. Okay, Matt Riddle. Yeah. Jesus Christ, you guys knew right off the rip. Yeah, Matt Riddle. Same type of deal. I think he got cut from the UFC. Yeah, bro. He got cut from the UFC, I think, after a winning streak. I want to say like a 2 or 3 fight winning streak, or off of a win, he got cut because they didn't like his fight style. Now he's killing it in the WWE. So, but yeah, it'd be crazy to see John come back. It'd be crazy to see that. Bobby Lashley, I think they got him in some kind of hokey storyline, and I don't think he's going to do anything. He is jacked as hell though, and Bobby Lashley's a legit guy too. I think he has a winning record in MMA. Not sure how the testing is done for Bobby. It's probably why he hasn't tried any bigger promotions. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. But I know he's down there at American Top Team, and that gym is one of the best on the planet. So he's legit. Bobby Lashley's a legit guy. Riddle's a legit guy. Oh, the weed. Yeah, that's right. He failed a marijuana drug test, and Dana said, see ya. When you know damn well there's a lot of guys on the Mary J. But it's different now. Like, a lot of more people are open with it, with the CBD kind of influx in MMA. A lot of people promoting the CBD and MCTs and all that stuff. Like Sean O'Malley is another guy that, to his detriment, has been involved with some craziness as far as drug testing has gone. But he's pretty open about the fact that he smokes. Don't see anything happen to Sean O'Malley other than the fact that he's had some, like I said, crazy things get into his system, unfortunately, and it's not really his fault. But okay, guys. Damn. I was only going to go 30 minutes today, but you guys are, yeah, it used to be illegal, but Rampage was doing it when it was still illegal. Didn't hear you peep out of Dana then. Again, different times, different tests, different testing companies and organizations as well. But shit, we were supposed to go 30 minutes. We went an hour and 10 minutes. You guys are insane. Some animals. But thank you, guys. We are going to be back Sunday at 3 p.m. I told you guys this at the beginning of the podcast, but I will say it again for the peeps that aren't quite here yet. You guys comment below and let me know what you guys want as far as punishments should I lose our wagers. I'll go over it one more time. I have to not only guess matches right come Sunday at the Royal Rumble, I have to guess based off of a point system. You got Blades and Chiesa tomorrow. Oh, yeah. We picked fights yesterday. I think I had Curtis Blades. I think I picked Michael Chiesa. We did both cards. I think I picked Angela Hill. I picked Alex Perez. I picked Aaron Pico, which I'm kind of scared about. I picked Cyborg, Raymond Daniels, Curtis Millender, and some other, I can't remember who else. But we picked them. I think we picked 11 fights yesterday. But yes, we are doing a points-based system for the WWE card, which means we're doing confidence points on the matches. I have to get 30 confidence points correct out of 45 to not have to do some punishment that we come up with between today and Sunday. Grow a mustache for a whole month. I like that. I like that a lot. That would actually be hilarious. Pico gets KO'd in exchange. I really hope not, man. I hope we see a different Pico now that he's down at Jackson's and he's working with that team. I hope not. He's coming off 2 straight, 2 and 2 bad ones. Please, that kid could be a champion for a long time. The skills are there. It's just up here. The skills are there. And unfortunately, up here is where you kind of need it more so than the skills. But if he can put it together, still 23, I think, 22, 23. If he can put it together, man, watch out. I know we've been saying that here at the W.A.D.E concept for a long time, but I'm not giving up on him. I hope he gets it done tomorrow. We're going to watch, just not live. Shogun says, I have to grow a mustache for a full month if I lose. I like that suggestion. We'll put that on the top of the list right now. I think it's on, it's not Paramount. It's called Paramount Network. I don't think they have it on DAZN tomorrow. I could be wrong. I will check. But I think it's Paramount Network, which was Spike TV Shogun. So, yeah. Not at all. Not anywhere close to Corrales, which I think Corrales is fighting too. I think he's fighting Juan Archuleta. I think we picked Archuleta. But yeah, his opponent's nowhere near that. They definitely, I don't want to say lowered, but they definitely brought the reins in on Aaron Pico for this fight. But yes, Kyle, peace. Thank you for being in here. Thank you guys all for being in here. Like I said, last thing, make sure you guys get your punishments ready. I want to see punishments Sunday when we get on live stream for what we have to do. If I should not get those 30 out of 45 confidence points based off the match picks, this is going to be a fun-ass stream, guys. I'm telling you now. We're going to have some fun little stuff going on with the setup for Sunday. And we're going to see, man, if this thing does well, if we have a really good turnout for this, we will, maybe not for every wrestling card, because I don't know if that's something that you guys want, but for these bigger ones, like the Royal Rumble, like left eyebrow gone. Oh, Jesus. I got another job where I'm on camera, guys. Come on now. We'll think about it. We'll take everything in. But see you Sunday. Thank you guys so much. And if these do well, guys, you'll see us at Wrestlemania as well. So this is the W.A.D.E concept, and you guys already know we are debating everything. I love you guys like always. I will see you Sunday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. Take it easy. Until next time, we'll see you later.